Good morning. Turning to farm news now. If you're in farming, your nose is up against the computer screen checking the markets. And feeder cattle are not what they used to be. Fed cattle are not what they used to be as far as value. And crops have been in a free fall lately. So no surprise that the USDA's Farm Income Forecast Update expects both crop and livestock income to fall this year. Net cash income is at $100.3 billion, down about 21% from a year ago. Lower crop and livestock receipts behind the expected change. Cash production expenses projected to be down by 1.1%. Net farm income forecast to be $58.3 billion, but that's down 36% from a year ago, or 2014's estimate of $91.1 billion. The 2015 forecast for net farm income would be the lowest since 2006 and a drop of nearly 53% from the record high of $123.7 billion in 2013. Congress has been struggling with two major tax issues affecting farmers: the estate tax, the so-called death tax, and the Section 179 or tax extender program. Minnesota's 1st District Congressman told me recently when it comes to tax reform for agriculture, dealing with one issue at a time creates major problems.
It's too complex right now. If you do tax reform one at a time, if you take the estate tax out or if you add something else somewhere else, you've made the system even worse. And I think from a philosophical or political, wherever you're at on this, the fairness of a tax, the fairness of an estate tax, taxing that at a fair rate that was inheritance, you can have that, but in the context of overall tax reform, you can't do it one at a time.
Walt says Congress is not likely going to make the Section 179 for farmers a permanent exemption. Looks like Monsanto is dropping its bid to take over Syngenta. Last week, Monsanto increased its offer from $45 billion to $47 billion, but Syngenta says its board unanimously rejected the new proposal because it undervalued the company. So without a foundation to move forward, Monsanto says it will no longer pursue a merger. Instead, the company plans to focus on opportunities within its existing core business. This spring, the Minnesota legislature, at the urging of Governor Mark Dayton and late in the 11th hour, passed a law requiring permanent grass buffer strips around erodible cropland. It's to improve water quality in the state, but there are no rules, and farmers are very under or uninformed on buffer strips.
In every region of the state is going to be impacted differently. You know, they have different, water courses in their farms. So the first call, if you have questions about it, is going to be to your Soil and Water Conservation District, because they're kind of responsible for implementing some of these things. And they can help you, whether it's measuring out, the distances, or if it's looking at some programs that might be available. So they can help you with all those things. And even if you choose to put the buffer in on your own without any, government programs, they can help you obtain grass seed, those sorts of things too. So that's really your kind of first call. But details of the program we're still waiting on, and so we have a lot of unanswered questions too. So and we understand that all those probably aren't going to be answered right now.
Boroff says Minnesota's DNR, which is supposed to publish maps showing the state's most erodible land, will not be available until next year. While some may consider the honeybee a nuisance or a threat, they are vital to farmers and food production. Many blame the use of pesticides or harsh weather for the dramatic drop in the number of bees. Some estimate the bee population has dropped over 30% in the last 7 years. Carl Torp shows us how the Sooner State is now trying to save the swarms of bees.
Inside a stuffy bee suit, Bill Armstrong keeps his cool.
There she is.
We first saw the beekeeper's steadiness at the beginning of the summer when he used smoke to calm and collect this colony on a Midwest city street.
People are they kind of freak out.
Including Armstrong's neighbors. 250,000 bees here will do that.
The first thing they asked was, is it legal?
Armstrong says bee ownership here is. In fact, he wishes more laws were in place to protect his colony and others.
Pollination by bees can increase yield on a farmer's crops, depending on the crop, by 10 to 30%.
The buzz of safe haven for the honeybee is being heard at this meeting with farmers, ranchers, and beekeepers.
It's the first big public gathering to try to get people to talk about issues dealing with pollinators.
The Department of Agriculture is highlighting and taking suggestions on their plan to preserve pollinators. Ideas include better notification when pesticides are used on crops And possible PSAs about fertilizing your own lawn may be included in the final plan.
We want to make sure that there aren't things that we can't do to make bees survive better.
Meanwhile, bees really do smell fear.
What he's doing right now is headbutting me.
But for Armstrong, his and their hard work,
The yield is what is the key.
produces honey, eventually mead,
They don't want to sting you.
and occasionally a stinging scowl from next door.
Well, of course, North Dakota has taken the lead in the United States in the developing a pollinator program. In Oklahoma, the Department of Agriculture plans to have more public meetings throughout the state before adopting a pollinator plan for that state next spring. 4:43, right after the break, we'll check the weather, which we have some strong thunderstorms down there in southeastern South Dakota, one severe.